All right, good morning, you guys. Welcome to the chaos that I like to call my greenhouse. It is a very gloomy Washington day, go figure. Yesterday it was super nice. It was like 80 degrees outside. We took the paddle boards out. I got a little color in the form of a sunburn because I don't tan. We're getting a few sun breaks, but for the most part it's just cloud city out here. So it's just not very pretty outside, which is also very similar to the shape of my greenhouse. It's always really funny when I post things on Instagram and people are like, wow, your greenhouse, it's so beautiful. When like it is in shambles. Let me show you. When the greenhouse was installed, it was last winter and it was very wet and muddy out here. So this is just kind of what we have going on right now to help sop up some of that moisture. It's not permanent, but it is here for now. And then we have some weeds growing right over here. Let me show you. Right? So not really what you want, but what can you do? Like I said, today we're going to talk about pinching back your zinnias and then propagating them. It's not that hard. You probably don't need me to show you, but I'm gonna. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so we've got our zinnia plants. All of these guys I started in seed blocks, not in containers. And I'm gonna be honest, when I potted them into these containers, I did a terrible job at labeling them. So somehow I started out with 5 blocks of the Cinderella lilacs, and now, funnily enough, I have 8 of them in pots. So I don't really know what happened there. Don't be like me. Label your stuff because it does not matter how much you think that you're going to remember what they are. You're not going to. And for us, really, our growing area is like pretty small for our flower business. So I'm not too broken up about, everything being kind of intermingled in the garden. I think that'll be actually kind of nice. But if you want to stay more organized, which is usually my plan, make sure you label your stuff. So the reason why you want to pinch your zinnias is because instead of sending all the energy up to this one stem to flower, what it's going to do is wherever you pinch it off, it's going to create 2 new shoots. Kind of like this is kind of a shoot right here. So what it would do is have 2 of those wherever you pinch it. And all that means is that you're going to have a fuller, denser plant, and you're going to have a lot more flowers. So that's always fun. All right, so I'm going to get started on pinching these back. I'm sure you can tell I have a baby slug problem, and they are just munching on all of these little guys. And I keep coming out here at night with like my headlamp, searching for them, hunting them down. And I've gotten a lot of them, but it's just continues to be a problem, which is pretty upsetting. So if you have any ideas on what I can do to get rid of these little buggers, please let me know, because I am desperate. Okay, so I'm going to start snipping back some of these. You can just use your fingers, you don't have to use snips, but I just prefer to. And basically what you're going to do, just pick a set of leaves. Technically, let me find a good one. These little guys, these like tiny ones down here, are not considered true leaves. These are their little seed leaves. So for a lot of plants, when you pinch them, you want to go above like a set of true leaves. So we have these and we have these. So if I take this one and I cut right there, then I have this little guy to propagate. So I'm just going to go through and I'm going to snip these. I have all kinds of zinnias out here. We have the Queen Lime series, we have Lilliput, we have the Oklahoma series. I treat them all the same. So yeah, I'll check back in before we propagate. you've seen these sad little munched on prune plants. I'm gonna make some space and then I'm gonna show you what I do to propagate them. It's super easy. So I have this, and basically all this is a seed tray. It's very dirty because I don't wash anything, and the little bottom tray. So I'm gonna put that in there and fill it with some water. This probably is not enough. Like, you want this tray here at the bottom to be like full, because you want the stems of these to be like pretty submerged. So I don't have enough water in here yet, but all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take these bottom leaves just like that, and I'm gonna stick him right in there. And that's basically it. Just, let's see, this guy, take these leaves. And the only reason you're taking the bottom leaves off is just so you have more of a stem to like fit in here, so it doesn't get like crunched down or anything like that. Yeah, just stick them in there. This guy. And that's pretty much it. It did take quite a while for them to root last year. I think it was at least 2 weeks. Got to a point where I was just figured I was wasting my time, that nothing was gonna happen, but it did work. So if you feel like that, if you just think that, you know, it's not working, give it time, hang in there, because they will root, I promise you. Just make sure that they are completely in water. And speaking of, let's see, things that I propagated, let me show you. So these guys, this is a little bit more haphazard because I have them in this like Tupperware. And then again, one of these little seed trays. But these are Starfire marigolds. And if you look at those roots. Isn't that cool? I think I clipped these about 2 weeks ago. And I just had them in this water here. I mean, they're doing great. I didn't know if this was gonna work. I honestly just like to try propagating things and see if I can make some extra plants out of the plants I already have. Don't be like me though, and don't let all these little leaves just sit in the water. That's probably not good for them. These are the little plants that I snipped them from. Let's see. I thought I had it written down somewhere, like when exactly I did it. I do have it written down somewhere because I try to be organized, you guys, but sometimes my organization gets lost. But if you can see here, that's like right in the middle, that's where I snipped him from. And then he shot up some little shoots. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited about this, about the zinnias and how these propagate. I'll probably check in with you guys once they do start to sprout roots, just to kind of show you how it's going. So if you have any questions about any of this, please feel free to leave them down below. I am not a huge expert. I don't know if you can tell by my lack of organization and my mess, but I do have a lot of resources that I turn to. If I can't answer your question, I'll definitely try and help point you in the right direction. So also let me know what you are propagating. If you've ever propagated your marigolds or your zinnias or anything else, I'm always looking for different things to try out. So let me know down below. And yeah, I'm just gonna finish these up, and that's about it. It's pretty easy. So thanks for hanging out today, you guys. I will see you later.